Here we go.
Here we go. We are officially
Yes,
started.
yes, and it's Monday, April 5th, the first Monday in April, the second
Hey.
week or in May. No, it's not May yet. Don't know. Don't freak me out. The first Monday in April, and the second week in our calendar is what I was going to say. And Fred said he was going to be late, possibly. He's stuck in traffic. And Ernest and I were just talking that traffic is more unusual for him because he's far enough out of the city. But maybe it's afternoon beach traffic because of spring break, or who knows, or just an accident somewhere. So how was your all's Easter, and what can you tell us? Did you talk to some new people, or how's it going?
Go ahead, Robin.
Oh, well, gosh, we saw lots of family and that was fun. And we talked to them about different things, some Zedra and isogenics things. The shakes seem to be making good appearances. I'm looking forward to birthday cake shakes with everybody. So I'm going to make
Cool.
that part of a traditional greeting for our birthday cake or birthday people.
Oh, that'll be cool.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, my Easter was quiet. Didn't do much. I did Zoom with a couple of people on the day in celebration, and just been focusing on. Actually, I have to admit, I've been a little slow on getting aboard with Penny. It's and I stepped up with the upgrade, so I'm paying for it, and I really need to start utilizing it, as efficient as it possibly is, I'm sure. So
Yeah, especially if you're paying for it, just hop in and start using it. It gets to know your habits, and it's intuitive, and it'll remind you about people you didn't even know had bought product that you can follow up with, and things like that. So if Penny's recommending people that you don't want to talk to, as you have time, you can go through that list and eliminate those people, and tell Penny that they're not a prospect anymore, or put them on the way back at the bottom of the list, and maybe just reach out once or twice a year.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Okay.
Hi, Debbie. We're just getting started here. We're kind of talking about what we did a little bit over Easter, if we were able to reach out or talk to different family or friends, and have an opportunity to see some familiar faces that we might not have seen in a while. And Fred should be joining us shortly. He texted me actually almost 25 minutes ago. He said that he was stuck in traffic. So I don't know what that's all about, but he'll be here as soon as we can, or as soon as he can. And so, you're on mute, Debbie, so you might want to unmute yourself.
Happy Easter, everyone.
Oh, well, happy Easter
you.
to you too. And I think you put a greeting in the group. That was really nice of you. So thank you for that.
Yes, thank you.
And
I appreciate everyone. So I hope everybody had a good week.
we did.
Yeah, it was good. It was good.
So do you have anything to share or report? Somebody that you might have talked to, or any questions that some of the more experienced folks here might be able to answer for you, or we can figure it out together?
Well, I was sharing with one of my UPS drivers. She had somebody she wanted to share with, and because she's drinks Seizure all the time, and I wanted to share the link on Supermix, and I couldn't remember how to do that. And I haven't downloaded the Penny app too, so
Okay,
that might
well,
make it easier.
yeah, I don't know if the super mix link is actually in Penny. I actually didn't look, but
Okay.
if you you know, if you're stuck and you need some help with something like that, put a question out in the Monday group, and then
Okay.
anybody that has experience with that could respond to you, or
Okay.
somebody might say, oh, you know, let's take this privately, you know, PM
Okay.
me or call me so we can chat, because sometimes it's easier just to talk than to
I
try to figure
appreciate
out
that.
what's
Yes.
going on with computer stuff over the phone, or you know, by text.
Okay.
Sometimes it's more confusing. So I know I've got a little bit of experience with it. I think Robin has a little bit, and we can you know, between somebody in the group will be able to figure it out for you.
Okay. So can I ask you, do you guys mainly use your phone app to like send them a link to sign them up? Hi, Brad.
Yeah, we pretty much use the phone. I'm
Okay.
not in front of my computer that often. And welcome, Fred. We were just kind of catching up, seeing what was going on with people's week, seeing if we had any successes to share or questions. And Debbie was a little stymied with being able to send a link to Supermix. So I told her to reach out in the Monday group, or actually I know how to do that. So if you want to call me after this meeting, I'll be happy to help you with that, or tomorrow sometime.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Okay.
And Fred, take it away.
Well, no, listen, I'm glad to see you guys are, you know, doing the deal without me, as you should. I had some unusual traffic problems. So first of all, my apologies for my tardiness. And I think, you know, unless everybody's really familiar with how to send that link, I think as long as it doesn't take more than a moment or two, I think that's a good thing to share. These are the kinds of things and I got a couple things to share too. You know, they're related to getting people signed up and that sort of thing. Why don't you go ahead and do that real quick on that link?
Okay. Actually, what I do is set up a link that's what's it called? Like a link to a cart. And so you know, as Fred was talking last time, or previous times, we want to try to we want to meet them where they are, and offer them what you've talked about. But if you can upsell them to at least 100 BV, and with Supermix, I think it's like 63 or something like that. And so, you know, a 30 something product in there, maybe if they were talking about energy, you know, maybe some BIA, or, you know, a shake if they want to lose weight, something like that. A box of premium tea might even do it. But to be able to add it to the level so that you have 100 BV, that'll definitely help you in the long run. But actually, I set those links up in the back office. It's easier to set them up on the computer, then you can access them on your phone.
Okay.
And under orders, I think it's called, what's it called? Like set up a link or something like that. I have mine set up already. I haven't set up any new ones lately. And so then when you just go back in there, after you've set it up, then you can access it through the ISA Life app.
Okay.
I know it's asking me to re-sign back in.
I think you can also do it from Penny. And let me just, while you're doing that, let me interject. It's difficult to send somebody a link to a product description from your back office, okay? Because that link requires you to be in a back office.
Yeah.
When somebody said, I'd like to get some product information, you know, instead of trying to, you know, get a bunch of, you know, third-party reports or whatever, just getting the information that Isagenix provides, that's the smartest and easiest thing to do. For me, the simpler way to do that would be to sign out of your back office, and then go to your website. You know, in my case, you know, I think it's fwhomes.isogenics.com, my associate replicating website, and go look for the product that I want. Once I'm there, in the address bar of the web browser, there's a address. Just copy that, send that link. It'll go right there. It doesn't require them to sign in or something like that. What Kate's talking about is setting up the if you will, the pre-made order for somebody.
That way you've almost set up an account for them. They just have to put in a couple more details and they're closed.
Well, that's what I was thinking. That's what I was hoping to do, that it make it more user friendly for them. And then they could order. She just didn't want to be locked into every month until she falls in love with it. So,
you know, something that, let me suggest something when you're talking to, and the reason, you know, I mean, I tend to do this anyway, you know, but Isogenics gives us a built-in, you know, reason. Why would somebody want to go on auto ship, lifestyle rewards? They don't.
5%.
They haven't made a decision yet that they even like the product. Why would they do that? There is no reason. However, just what Kate started to chime in with, there's a 5% discount. Now, I got my chiropractor. That's what I wanted to share today. I got my chiropractor to place 2 orders today. He wanted to get, you know, some cleanse and nutrition for him and his teenage daughter, who will be going away to her first year of college here in a few months. And what I did, I kind of cheated. I got 2 customers. I set up 2 separate accounts. I told them I'm setting up Kat, the daughter, for her own account. So guess what? I ended up getting 2 enrollments, right? And what he wanted was the shakes and the cleanse for life. Because he's used it like many years ago and was familiar with those 2 things. Well, that's not 100 BV. And what I did is, and this is all about being the, you know, the higher authority, taking the position of being the person to advise, recommend, guide, govern, and direct the new customer. What I did is I recommended that he have, you know, I got him on 2 containers of the Cleanse for Life, because you read the label, it's 16 individual servings, you know, a single scoop. Well, if they're not doing, you know, the 4 for the cleanse day, I do one scoop a day anyway. Every morning I do 1 scoop of Cleanse for Life, right? And so there's a month's supply if they're doing 1 scoop a day. Still wasn't quite enough. So I put in Isoflush. Okay, the Isoflush brought that, you know, and then 1 shake a day. That Isoflush and the 2 containers of Cleanse for Life brought up to, I think it was like 106 BV. And there was justification for both. And I told him this was simply recommended. This is a package that I recommended. And I had my justification for it. And it was good. You know, it's good for them, right? One of the things you want to avoid, you never know what people are like. You know, a lot of people can get kind of constipated if they're doing a lot of extra protein powder. So hence the Isoflush. The Isoflush was easy to talk him into, simply because it's, you know, dietary fiber. Nobody gets enough dietary fiber, right? He got that. What I did do is I set up what you're talking about, recommended carts. I set up a couple of recommended carts in the back office. I haven't tried to do it from the Penny app on the phone or anything like that. That, you know, that's nonsense. I mean, why would I use a screen this size to try and do something I can do on my computer with a mouse, right? And so set them up, and I sent out, you know, those as example recommendations. And I sent a couple other, talked to him about doing Shake a Day and the Isogenesis product. Set up a recommended cart for his wife for the collagen elixir. Came back via email saying, yeah, we want to go ahead and get the package for me and the daughter, you know, the cleanse and nutrition package. So I went and set up another 2 carts, exactly the same as what I'd done before, but these were the ones that were, you know, for him. Send him the links. And this is the part I wanted to tell you. I don't know if anybody's done this. The minute he started to enroll, my IsoLife app beat me and said, Dr. Jed is starting to enroll. And then, Kat Smith is starting to enroll, and then told me the orders were complete. I thought that was pretty cool.
Mhm.
Now, I will, my personal opinion, you guys, share what your thoughts are. That that cart, that recommended cart, that's a great tool for somebody like my chiropractor. It's not like I got his home phone number and we chat every night after dinner, right? And so this isn't somebody that I can text at this point in time or call up to say, hey, did you get the cart? You got any questions? Whatever. We've been doing email back and forth, and then I was in there last week, and so he's saying, yeah, we're about ready to get started. I said, great, I'll send the stuff to you. That recommended cart is easy peasy when you already know what they're going to order. And then all they've got to do is go in and put in, I mark the cart to show the order so they can see what's there, as they go and put their information in. They put their information in, name, address, telephone number, credit card, what have you. And then bada bing, bada boom, it's done. Okay. Now, that's great in those situations. Personally, if I had a choice, I would be consulting with the customer in real time, get the commitment to the order, and place the order at that time. Okay, Mary Lou, looks like we got a good. Are you ready to get started right now? Terrific. Give me 5 seconds here. Bum, 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 bum. Okay, what's your shipping address, your mailing address, your credit card number? Okay, this is your final amount. I'll send you the receipt via email, and you're all set to go. It'll be in your house in a couple days. Now I know the order's done. I don't have to wait, because people are, who schedules on their calendar. I'm going to take 10 minutes out and place that order with Fred. I'm going to do it between patient 37 and 38 today, or I'll do it, after I get home and eat dinner, before watching the game on TV, and a week goes by and 2 weeks go by, whatever. It's a great tool. And when it works really good.
Mhm.
I'm not necessarily married to that, because what do you do with the person that has a real hard time getting email? Okay, there are people that are challenged with the computer and getting email, and that's probably not the one you want to have sign up, although it's pretty straightforward. I've kind of tested it myself to see what it's like, so at least I can explain it to people. So anyway, that was my experience. Got 2 customers today. This has been a while, because our conversations have basically been once every 3 weeks when I go see him. It's taken a bit of time. Got 2 customers out of the deal. I'll continue to do my follow-up. But I thought that was kind of cool. The IsoLife app dinged me and said, hey, they're starting to sign up.
Yeah.
Anybody else's thoughts on, the use of recommended carts, or, versus, just doing it live or whatever?
I'm old school like you, Fred. I do like to sign it up, because then I know it's been submitted and it's taken care of and it's done. But with today's hectic schedules and different time zones and all that, if they're younger and computer savvy, then they're gonna follow up on that link, and it's not gonna take 10 minutes. It's probably gonna take about 90 seconds, because they're quick and fast
Right.
with their typing fingers, even if they're on their phone. So I like the option of doing it either way. Preferred, I'll take the order and place them for them right on the phone, and email them the receipt.
Yeah, and that's actually a very good, observation. Age. I'm going to tell you right now, you take people that are half my age, 4 or 5 times as many of those people are comfortable with the computer as people my age, right? I happen to be, but you already know I'm weird. What else has been going on with you, Debbie, that we can support you in?
It's been a little busy. I went with the grandkids to Charleston, so I had fun and ready to get back in the swing of things and get plugging people in.
Very good. Well, everybody keeps needing to focus on the 20 leader in action points, right? This is our do-over from last month to be able to join that, I don't know what they call it, the LIA 20 club or something like that. And what's been happening with you, Robin?
Fred, I've been talking to people in different people groups. I've got a couple of old Zija people that, oh my gosh, it's like dragging a ball to get through, to get them to re-sign up, but they want the products. So I've got a couple of those that came through this week and did actually make an order, and that's it took a while. So mostly what we ended up doing, since it's been such a long time, is going to customer service and then doing a 3-way call. And that seems to work the best. It takes about a half an hour, and that gets their new account all set up for them properly. And hopefully they'll save their password, but probably not. And so anyway,
Question.
Yes.
These are old Zija people. Are these people that are still in the computer?
Sort of.
How do you mean?
Well, they still exist, but most of the people that we get at the switchboard don't quite know what to do with them, just because of their positioning. Tim Roser was one. He got a terrific position, but he hasn't ever done anything with the business. So he rejoined again this week.
Is he in your lesser leg or your greater leg?
I'd have to ask Bob. I think he's in kind of his own little side thing.
No, he's either on one side or the other. He
No?
might be in
Okay.
an inside leg, but he's either in the side that you've got your most volume or the side that you don't.
Lesser,
Okay.
yeah.
Then that's okay. Here's the deal. All right. Personally, if there was somebody else that had been around for a long time, you know, the people that didn't make it through the transition, didn't transition their position during that first 6 months or whatever,
Mhm.
they're falling out in a couple of months. They're going to disappear in a couple of months anyway.
Right.
Who knows if they've got, you know, you'll find out. If it were me, I mean, I got to tell you, if he hasn't ever done anything with the business before, probably ain't going to do anything with the business now.
Right.
But I guarantee you that, you know, and we're all dealing with the same situation. I'm doing everything in my power to go outside, you know, left and right, even though that's not how I've been building my business, you know, in Zija. Once you get a large, you know, we always taught that, right? Because that's the right way to do it. But once you get a very large organization, you end up having a leader on an inside leg. And then that's where you start pumping volume, because if you're putting it all on your outside leg, I'm gonna tell you right now, everything in my outside leg is dead wood, all the way up to David Moses. From the bottom of my outside leg, you know, lesser leg, all the way up to David, there isn't a single person in there that's doing anything other than ordering products. So why would I be building business underneath people that are never going to do the business? Doesn't make sense. However, in isogenics, it is incredibly important to stay to the outsides of your legs. So why not take the fellow you're talking about? So he's still in the computer. Well, if he hasn't ordered in months and months and years, you know, he's there because he was part of the position. Why not just say, listen, you ready to get your order going? Okay, great. Let's get you going. Go and sign them up.
No.
Okay. You know, the only thing that's going to happen, now, the worst thing that could happen is the computer will kick him out as being a potential new prospect, because they'll say this person is already an associate. And then you'll say, oh my goodness, I didn't realize it. You're already an associate. Well, good for you. You know what your you know how to get in your back office? No, I don't. And now you're going to have to go through the process of onboarding and making that transition from Zija over to isogenics. And that's when you've got to call customer service. And that's what you were talking about, right? Takes about a half hour.
Right. And that's what one of the customers ended up re-signing up newly, and the other lady ended up, I believe her position held. So it was one of
Okay. Okay, so you did have one that was in the computer that the
Mhm.
computer allowed him to sign up again.
Yes,
Okay. Yeah, if they don't have a social security number in the system, and if they're not already, if they're not using the same email address they used, 6 years ago when they were buying Supermix,
right.
then you're probably pretty safe.
Mhm.
Okay, because there's a lot more than one Bob Smith, right?
Right.
But nearly as I can tell, it's the email address has to be unique. Address doesn't, name doesn't. Each account does have to have a unique address. That seems to be one of the identifiers for them. And then obviously social security number. But yeah, I think I tried that first simply because it's a path of least resistance. You don't have to call customer service and three-way in your person, right?
Right.
What else is shaking?
Well, I got movement and conversations going on last week, so that was a good thing.
Excellent.
Good.
Ernest, what's happening with you, buddy?
Well, I got a couple of orders today.
All right.
I've been just kind of working DOM with making some contacts via Facebook. I've created a couple of groups and I do some blast out to them. And my DOM this week is to try to make some phone call connections and catch them and talk with them. I had a couple of things scheduled today. One was just to follow up with one of my customers, well, potential customer, because we couldn't get together last week. So I just made a phone call that we talked about in past, just to kind of, hey, how you doing? And in that phone call, managed to talk her into going ahead with a order of Supermix. Although I couldn't get that 100 BV, I tried, but she just wanted to stay with the Supermix. And then, of course, I had one customer that I signed up last week, 3 or 4 weeks ago, and she ordered the same facial system for her home in Wyoming. So, and in talking with her, I had told her that I accidentally, well, not accidentally, I didn't tell her accidentally, but I told her that business was really going well. And I had enrolled a customer in her organization. And all she needed was one other customer in her organization, and she could get some product for free. She said, oh, I love that. I'll talk with my nephew. He needs some stuff.
Nice.
So that was exciting.
Yeah, be a little careful about that. The two customers that get you that mini, I forget what it's called. What's it called?
The
Product?
Yeah.
Huh?
It's not a lot. It's just, but it's something.
No. What's it called?
Oh, I'm not sure.
I don't remember. I'm
Okay.
bad with the names.
Two
too.
customers, you get some product. 5 customers, you get a lot of product. That's for personally enrolled.
Oh, it's
Did
like
you
this
enroll
year,
that
there,
personal one?
Yeah.
So you said you signed her up for product, then somebody she wanted to talk to about the product, you got them on the product and you signed them up using her as the enroller.
Correct. Actually, it was someone that I was talking about that I was planning on signing up in my organization under me, but I accidentally pulled her up and signed this new person up under my new customer.
Okay.
Yeah.
You signed her up underneath her, or you used her as the enroller?
I use her as the enroller.
Okay. Well, that'll work. If she gives you one more, then she'll get that little product sampler.
It's a win-win.
Yeah.
And it's 6 o'clock, Fred.
Okay, real quick. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate you doing that. Modesto will be cool with me because I want to make this point. The reason that people take Supermix only is because that's what you talk about. Okay, you sell the Supermix, and then you come back and you try to sell something else, and they're so sold on Supermix as the end all. they'll just start with that and see how that goes. Okay. Sell a program. Find something that you're comfortable with. Okay. I like the Cleanse for Life. All right. It tastes good. It's easy to do in the morning. I have, two things I do in the morning, drink wise, because I take enough supplements between, the anti-COVID cootie stuff that I take and all the other stuff that I take. I need 2 glasses of water. The first one's, the anti-COVID cootie, powder that my sister makes for me. The second one is Cleanse for Life. I like the way it tastes. It makes sense. I mean, my body has been thrashed for so many, if I told you what I did to my body in the first 40 years, you wouldn't think I'd still be alive. And so cleansing on a daily basis, Robin's going, cleansing on a daily basis makes a lot of sense. Okay. 1 serving a day, 2 bottles of Cleanse for Life. Talk about a package. Talk about a program that, and I don't know, you're going to have to check to see if that's enough to get you over the 100 BV. The reason people start with Super Mix and that's it is because that's what you talk about. When you talk about a program, then you're talking about the components of the program. Put one together that's 100 BV that makes sense to you, that you can authentically promote as a good health, wellness, nutrition program, and whatever it is you'd be recommending Supermix for, recommend your program. Okay, that's if you want the customer to count as a 100 BV order. If you don't,
absolutely,
keep selling the Supermix all by itself. Okay. All right, I'm out of here. Thank you, Kate, for being so diligent about making sure I'm on time.
Thanks, Fred.
Oh, one last thing for those of you, I don't know how many of you have been picking up on the Darren Daily thing, but you might want to check it out. He's got a 5-day series on how to stand out, be at the top of your business. First day was really good. I mean, there was a lot of stuff in it. So, 10 minutes, 10 minutes in the morning. It's a 5-day series this week, probably worth listening to. The first one I thought was, check it out. All right.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks,
Build my
Fred.
stock in Darren Daily. All right. See you guys. Have a great
Thank
rest of the
you.
week.
Right, thank you.
Good night, everyone.
Bye.
Good night, guys.
Thanks, Brandon,
good
Kate,
one.
for doing this.
Thank you so much, everyone.
You're welcome.
Bye.
Keep in touch.